Alrighty, guys. So in this episode of Stas Talk Stocks, we're going to be going over 3 oversold stocks that I'm looking at. So buckle up, get ready. We're going to break down charts. We're going to talk about entry and exit points and whatever the heck else I feel like talking about today, guys. So if y'all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Take a sip of your coffee as well. And don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo using that link down below. Once you guys open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 stocks. And listen to this, if you deposit at least $1,000 onto the Moomoo platform, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. Who doesn't like free money? Use that link down below. And of course, it helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And now let's dive into it. So the first stock I want to break down this video, guys, is Roblox, ticker symbol RBLX, which you guys probably remember we were on the verge of breaking out just a couple of days ago as we were right at 47. We were right there, and we got some news that ended up sending the stock down the drain. Look at that. From 47 bucks, it went all the way down to about 39 bucks. That was a drop of 16%. And now since that news came out, we've been consolidating for the past day and a half. You guys can see here on the intraday chart, we dropped like crazy yesterday and we consolidated pretty much all day yesterday at about 39, 40 bucks. You guys see that here. And today we're doing that as well. When I'm filming this video, it's up 1.5%. It's almost at 41 bucks, continuing the consolidation from yesterday. So we got news that Roblox, after they released their March 2023 metrics, that they actually expect their average bookings per daily user to fall year over year. So right off the bat, that is what sent the stock down the drain. And on top of that, Roblox said they'll stop releasing monthly key metrics reports. Quote, I think the CEO said, while we believe that has provided incremental information to investors regarding the seasonality of the business, we have decided to cease providing key monthly metrics to align our reporting cadence with our value of taking the long view, which makes sense. I mean, if everybody's so fixated on the month-to-month reporting, although a lot of people like looking at data, it's great, it's all nice and dandy, right? If you're too focused on the short term, you might get clouded and get too caught up in the short term, month-to-month. You don't really look at the long-term trajectory of the business, where it's looking to go 3, 5, 10 years down the road, which I guess, you know, that makes sense to me based on what the CEO said. And it could also be viewed kind of as a cop-out, like, oh, we know the numbers are not going to be as good here in the next coming months, so we're not going to be providing the data anymore. You could look at it from either perspective, guys, but overall, that's what's going on right now. Again, their average bookings per daily user, they're expecting it to fall year over year, and they're cutting the key monthly metrics that they've been doing for quite some time at this point, and their numbers are still pretty decent. I mean, daily active users rose 26% from March 2022 to 66 million users. That's pretty good. And they saw estimated bookings were between $247 million to $255 million for the month, up 23 to 27% year over year, according to the report. So those numbers are good, but again, not as great as previously, as we've seen previously. And again, they're expecting maybe some declines in average booking per daily user year over year. So that ended up sending the stock down a good chunk, like I said, guys. And right now on the 4-hour chart, well, we're consolidating. It looks like we are holding a higher low, and it's pretty oversold, guys, pretty beaten down here on the 4-hour chart. So I'm not jumping in on it quite yet, but if Roblox could start to take out 42 bucks, the 180 SMA here on the 4-hour chart, that would show us, or at least show me, you guys must do your own research as always, but if we start getting past 42, that would be the confirmation of the continuation of the uptrend, at least in my opinion, right? And at that point, we can start running mid-high 40s, then maybe we can take out 47. From that point, time will tell, guys. So I'm watching Roblox very, very closely, and I'm also watching Cisco, ticker symbol CSCO, which is now down pretty much nothing, but still down 0.1% on the day, and it's more oversold here. You guys can see it's at the bottom of this channel on the 4-hour chart. We're under the 50 SMA, but we are holding the 180 SMA right now at a higher low. You guys can see right here, and my alert is set right around $51 per share. You can see right here, 51 bucks. That was actually the high, I believe, from the end of March. Yup, from the 20th of March, and roughly from, when was this? The middle of February. So if we do take out 51 bucks, which mind you, right now we're at $50.20, but if we do get that bounce off the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, which right now we're holding, and we start to break out of that 50 SMA and $51, from that point, we could start running maybe back towards the highs from the end of March, early April, being about roughly $52.50, $53. And if that were to break, now we could start going to the top of this channel anywhere from $53.50 to about $54 a share. So it's pretty beaten down, pretty oversold. We just have to wait and see and get that confirmation. We have to wait and see if we even get the confirmation of that breakout, which will come again if we take out $51, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And of course, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure to subscribe as well. It really helps me out overall in the algorithm, and I appreciate all of you guys, each and every one of you watching as always. So let's see. The next one I want to go into, which maybe isn't that oversold based on the RSI, which kind of defeats the purpose of this video, but it looks like it could be gearing up for a big move either way. I mean, look, the RSI is at 67, so it's not that oversold. But if we're looking at this stock here, which is Home Depot, it is very beaten down from the recent highs from earlier this year, from the beginning of February, where it was at $340, guys. We're now at what? $298, $300. We're still very beaten down from that point, down about 11%, 10-11%. And what we're noticing now is Home Depot starting to break out. We're above both moving averages. We're about to get a golden cross potentially here on the 4-hour chart. And if you guys take a look, we have an inverse head and shoulders clear as day. Do you guys see that? We have the left shoulder. We have the head right here. Boom. Then we have that right shoulder. And again, if we start breaking out fully, that right shoulder is going to play out. It can start moving anywhere from, I'd argue, 310, 315, 325. That's where HD could be going in the short term. And take a look at this. We also have an ascending triangle in the short term that's pretty much within the right shoulder of that inverse head and shoulders. You guys see this right here. We've been making higher lows since the end of March, almost a month now, and at the same time we've been getting rejected at about $300. You guys can see right here, 300's been resistance all of April so far. So if we're able to break above $300, which is the high from the past couple of weeks, Home Depot could break out completely and start to, see that right shoulder play out in the inverse head and shoulders, and the ascending triangle, which again is within that right shoulder, that would start playing out as well. We can go anywhere from 310, 15, 325 at that point. Definitely possible in my opinion. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this. And feel free to check out my second channel, Stas Talks Money, which is linked down below. I'm actually doing a $100 giveaway once we hit 1,000 subs on Stas Talks Money, which we're almost there. Well, actually, not really. We're at like 350 subs. But without your help, we're probably not going to get there. So make sure to subscribe, link down below. Don't forget to also get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, 12 stocks from Weeble, and feel free to check out my Patreon if you guys want to see my Patreon portfolio, have access to the Discord, my charts and ideas throughout the day, plus more. All that's on Patreon down below, or you guys can go to the YouTube channel membership, whatever works for you, whatever's easier for you. Check it out. You won't regret it. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.